Welcome to another episode of the Book Fix podcast, a podcast that normally saves lives one book at a time, but this time we're going to talk about a TV show. I'm your host, Yajaira.
And I'm your host, Cheli. It's a very emotional moment for me right now.
I know.
This whole episode's just going to be you and I every once in a while breaking into tears.
Yeah, so I think you guys should listen to our episodes that we did previously. We talked about season 1, 2 of The Witcher, and we also talked about the first part of season 3 of The Witcher. And now we're going to talk about the last 3 episodes and the last time we will see Henry Cavill as Geralt of Rivia.
Okay. I just want to say that I believe we are Henry Cavill's biggest fans.
We are 100%. I have a tattoo.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm gonna lift my shirt.
That was a joke. We don't actually
I'm not
have
gonna lift my shirt.
We were on 2 completely different thoughts. Just kidding.
I feel like we're bigger fans than that pug that saw him. Honestly, French bulldog, whatever it was. Fuck that dog.
Which dog? That sounds so familiar, but
there was a dog online that apparently its owner, anytime they watched The Witcher or had like interviews with Henry Cavill on screen, Cavill, anytime that would happen, the dog would just sit in front and stare at the screen, like in wanting.
Aww, wait, I think I do remember that.
That dog finally met him.
And
they
how
met.
Was it?
It was okay. You know, it was kind of a dog like, oh, okay, well, where's my food?
He's like, I don't get, who is this man? Who is this man?
But, I mean, that could have been us. If I knew all it took was me sending a video of looking at the screen, I would have done that.
I would have done that. Ago. I do that, guys. Okay, I just don't post it. That's embarrassing.
Yeah. All of a sudden, this dog wants clout. Rude as fuck.
My love from Henry Cavill.
But I'm so sad.
Okay, but we have to address why it's his last season. So, Henry Cavill has always been a very big fan of The Witcher. So much so that he even says that he knows everything. He knows more than the author, allegedly.
Damn.
He knows the whole lore. So, he did everything he could to get this role. This role was like a dream for him. But, unfortunately, he really wanted the writers to stay, true to the source material, but they didn't. And so I think slowly with time, I honestly think the writers and the producers were allegedly, maybe, a little bit like annoyed by how much of a fan Henry Cavill is of The Witcher, because they did not stay true to the material. I don't even think they really care about the story itself. I think they just knew that having a show of this that's already popular was
with someone that's just as popular too. Yeah,
it was all they needed. But I don't even think they really care, because if they really cared, they would have done everything to keep Henry Cavill, but they didn't. So it was already known that he was upset by all of the changes. He didn't like it. And so I think he just kind of reached the end of his contract, I'm assuming.
Yep.
And maybe then he was like, you know what? I'm leaving. And I think that's why he's gone. But I honestly think that they should have done everything they could to keep him. People are watching for him.
And he's such a good Geralt. Oh my gosh. It's such a shame to lose someone like Henry Cavill.
I know.
Cavill.
And I really can't picture Liam Hemsworth as Geralt of Rivia.
I can't either. He's not gonna do it justice. I don't think he is. I'm sorry, Liam.
Liam, I know you're watching this.
But I can't imagine anyone else playing this role. And it's weird to me to imagine like all the other actors and actresses fucking Yennefer and Ciri being like, Geralt!
You know what?
Father, just like I remember him.
There's something different about you. Something's off. You know what? Have you ever watched, this is going to be a tangent. Have you ever watched My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend on Netflix?
No.
So they recasted one of the characters and everyone just kind of like made it into a joke where the main character was like, where's Greg? And everyone was like, he's right there. He is right there. And she's like, damn, has it been so long? He looks so different.
Dude.
They should do that for this.
That's like similar to the first time I ever saw a show where they recasted was when I was like 10. And the show was called Woman of Wood.
Okay.
It was a Spanish show. It was Mujer de Madera.
I remember that.
Yeah. And the way that they recasted the main lady, because apparently she had been in a scandal and they couldn't have her on the show anymore.
Oh, damn.
So in the show, they made her fall down a flight of stairs, catch fire, and fall into a thing of wood. Like, every bad thing, and then get a paper cut halfway through. Like, every bad possible thing that could have happened to her happened to her. And so then for a while, she just wore, like, a huge bandage over her face. And she was just written out of a few episodes, like 2 weeks worth, maybe, like, enough to find someone else.
Oh, damn.
And when they took it off, she was someone else. And that's how they explained it.
I don't remember that.
Dude, I remember it because it scared me. Because I was like, oh my God, they had to remake her face?
She's not the same girl. She needed surgery. That's why. But I honestly expected the ending of this season to kind of explain the change in his face, too. You know, like, because there's magic. So I thought maybe like he would have been cursed with something.
And it felt like what was happening in episode I guess it's episode 5, second to last episode. I thought that was going to be the explanation to the change of his face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no, Henry should have had that.
Yeah.
They should have given him at least that. But why don't we go ahead and start off how we always start off? Because Yajaira and I never tell each other how we feel about
anything, really.
What we're going to watch or talk about. I want to say that you enjoyed these last 3 episodes. But I don't know how you feel with the direction of how things are going. I think you're going to give it a 3.
Okay. I have no idea where you're going to give it. I think you would give it... yeah.
I have my computer. I'm just looking at Geralt. He gives me hope.
I think you would give it a 4.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Honestly, I should just start rolling a friggin' dice for you. I'm like, I have no idea.
Let's go ahead. I'm going to start off with a quick summary of what has happened in season 3 so far. So in season 3, Yennefer, Ciri, and Geralt have started to travel together, and they're trying to take Ciri... Oh, no, they're trying to make Ciri stronger. So Yennefer's job is to train Ciri with her magic, and Geralt is basically just protecting both of them by continuously moving Ciri and Yennefer away from people because they're out to get Ciri and bring her back to her kingdom.
Yeah.
So, in the beginning of season 3, we did see the 3 of them get very, very close, and they became kind of like a nuclear family, like everything Yennefer ever wanted. And Yennefer and Geralt, who had a falling out, even like got back together in this season. So they were like parents to Ciri, but it doesn't really last because there's so much political tension going on between like the types of people. So like the elves, right? They're elves? The elves, the
mages.
And something else. There's like elves and mages. Yes, elves, mages, and humans, I think. But there's a lot of tension going on in between that Yennefer kind of puts herself in there and is the one to say, like, we should all just form an alliance. There's no point in us fighting anymore. But there is traitors that don't believe that that's going to work. So everything ends really messy, and Geralt, Ciri, and Yennefer basically have to split up because Yennefer and Ciri have to go... I forget where they have to go.
Aretusa.
Oh, thank you. They have to go to Aretusa, and Geralt has to go follow a lead of someone finding Ciri in a place.
Yeah, so he is going after someone who has been relentlessly going after Ciri.
Yes.
And this person is very dangerous because I think they're a mage?
Yes.
I don't know what they are, to be honest. But obviously, like, who he's working for, he's not working alone. He has orders from somebody. So I can't remember his name. I'm trying to find his name. What is his name?
Oh, wait.
It starts with an R. Rience.
Okay.
Right? Rience? Yes. So that's what Geralt is doing. He's trying to find Rience and kill him before he can get to Ciri.
And on his search for Rience, he figures out that they're making fake. They're kidnapping women that look similar to Ciri, and
they're brainwashing them
brainwashing
too.
them in order to have like an alternate just in case if needed. Okay, but at the end of part 1 of season 3, we just figure out that there's just so much political shit going on, and it's deeper than what we thought. We even got a betrayal, which it was Vigabor? Is that his name? The guy who was dating.
Oh yeah, Vilgefortz.
Yeah,
I think.
ended up being a bitch.
He ended up being a traitor ass bitch and a 2-timer, which is worse.
I know, it really sucks. Okay, so I want to start off with where the beginning of part 2 of season 3, which is episode 6. Everybody has a plan until they get punched. So the ending of season 3, part 1, ended with Yajaira
babysitting.
Yeah,
Ciri.
but also sleeping with the prince.
Oh yeah, he and the prince had a relationship. So the prince, he's the prince of where again? Prince Radovid.
Redania.
Okay, so he's the prince of Redania.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, Yaskier is into him, but he's like, I know that you have ulterior motives.
Dude, I'm really glad, though, that Yaskier didn't falter in his, like, alliance to Geralt and Ciri and Yennefer.
Honestly, I kind of expected him to. I was like...
I did,
There was a moment where, I don't think it was... Who was it? Somebody from the Redania side was like, well, you need to bring Ciri to us. You know, that's what you need to do. And I really thought, like, oh my God, this girl's going to get betrayed again.
Yep. But he immediately told Geralt, like, when that was said to Yaskier. But Yaskier talks to this prince and is like, you know what? You were using me to get to Ciri. Whatever. I don't want to fuck with you anymore. You cannot. And he, like, completely cuts him off, which hurts my heart because I thought they were going to be something.
I did too. And you know what? Something could still happen between them, but I don't think that's where this was going, honestly.
No. And if something does happen between them, it's not going to happen for a bit because when Yaskier goes in to check on Ciri, she's not there because she had a vision of Yennefer and Geralt dying and went to go look for them. When she ends up finding Yennefer, I'm pretty sure all 3 of them meet up again and come to terms with the fact that they're all going to have to separate to go do their own quest, right?
Well, actually, shit is hitting the fan in Aretuza. And basically, this is the moment where Tisea is realizing that she's been betrayed by Vilgefortz because he is allowing the elves to come in. They're from Nilfgaard?
Yes.
He's allowing the elves to infiltrate their home. And I can't exactly remember why. I don't remember his motivation. I don't think it really made sense to me. And while this is happening, that's when Yennefer and Ciri see each other, which I don't know how you felt, but I felt like in this season, there was a lot of moments where things just happened. Like, no explanation. How did Yennefer know that Ciri was outside? Because Ciri was just running towards Aretuza, and then Yennefer showed up, and they hug each other, and that's when Rience shows up. I don't even know how Rience knew they were there. And nothing really that exciting happened except the Geralt just showed up behind Rience and cut off his head.
Yep. Oh my God, you're like...
It was everything literally just happened coincidentally. Like, and there was no like talk like, oh my God, I just felt you here. Or I had a vision that we would meet here. Like something like that would have made more sense.
Yep.
But then that's when they're like hugging and whatever. And Tisea is trying to hold down the fort in the castle, but they are being outnumbered. And so she starts to do like a spell of where it's like a thunderstorm or like lightning storm, I should say. And everyone knows that when you do this spell, it's like, oh, this is the last resort. Like, oh my God, it's serious now. And so, and actually before this happened, I do want to bring up that I thought it was really I don't know, like I guess emotional, because you even see like the characters on the elf side, which is what, Francesca? Is that her name? Tisea ends up killing Francesca's husband? Brother? What was he?
Brother.
I think it was her brother, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember, but it was someone really important to her. And she was just covered in her family member's blood. Francesca was. It looked like a scene out of Carrie. I was like, what the fuck? And it was so sad. And so Tisea is just like hollow. She's not even there anymore. Yep. And that's when she goes all the way to the top and she starts, doing this lightning, whatever. And Yennefer, who is with Geralt and Ciri outside of the castle, she just knows that it's Tisea and Tisea's in trouble, and she's just like, she has this bond with her where she's like, you know what, guys, love you, but I gotta go. Actually, I think it was Ciri who told her. Yeah. I think Ciri was the one who like, oh, just go, I know you love her, I know she's important to you, just go. Because Geralt is like, no, where are you going? Yeah. We're supposed to be together forever.
I really like their family bond because anytime one of them ends up leaving, they always have to be like, you need to come back. Okay, because we need you with us. So you have to make it back.
Yeah. Never lost, always found, I think is what they kept saying. So I honestly thought that Geralt and Ciri were going to get involved, but I know that Geralt doesn't want to get involved with the politics, but he kind of has to be involved because everybody wants Ciri. Everyone wants to take Ciri.
And everyone also values the Witcher's opinion. And he's always been like that, even before Ciri was born. Like, he was the one like, oh, I have no comment.
Yeah, I'm neutral.
But it's funny because he tries to remain neutral to remain out of it. But being neutral is just as bad as picking a side.
Yeah,
like honestly. He should just pick a side
because you're not doing anything. You're just there. So, the lightning and fire magic are both a form of magic that's just like, whoa, that's like chaotic. That's a lot, right?
Chaos, yep.
And Stregobor shows up because there was a moment when it was like the mages on one side, Yennefer included, and then the elves on the other side with Francesca like being the leader or leading it. And she also has a mage with her, which is Fringilla, which she was, important. Well, she's still important, but, she was more important in, like, the earlier seasons. And then she kind of just went missing. And Stregobor shows up, and he's just like, I'll take it from here. And he has, like, all this fire with him. And then you see, like, this fire that just spreads to all the elves, but, like, nothing happens to the elves.
No.
And I don't even know what happened. I don't even know what happened to him. Like, is he dead? Like, what happened to that man? So then Yennefer goes to Tisea, helps her, carries her out because she like passes out. And then what happens from there?
How do Ciri and Geralt get separated?
So Vilgefortz. Oh, it's because they're going towards the water, like the ocean.
Yeah.
And I think there's like a cave there, and then. And then I think Geralt feels something off and he tells Ciri, go, get out of here. Don't come any closer. I'll find you later, like I always do. So she leaves. She doesn't want to, but she leaves. And then that's when he sees Vilgefortz, and Vilgefortz reveals that, you know what? I've been holding back. I've been holding back. This whole time I've been real strong, but I've been holding back. And so he wanted Geralt to be on their side initially, but I think at this point he's like, well, you said no. So he pretty much beats him up, and it's really bad. It's really bad for Geralt.
Oh, yeah. It's like, this is the worst he's ever been wounded. Because I forget what happened. I think he's left there because the elves take him in, right?
No, it's like another community that takes him in. Right?
No, because the elf that knew Ciri is there.
Dara's there?
Yeah. Because remember he was like, oh, if you see Ciri, tell her I'm sorry.
I don't remember that.
Honestly, I probably made that up in my mind. No, he is. He is there. Because okay, hold on.
You might be right. I don't remember. But you know what? Hold on. You're going too fast. Okay, so Geralt is left there in the sand while Vilgefortz goes to that little what was it called? It's like what's invoking the lightning that Tisea was harnessing. I don't remember, but she goes into this like building pretty much, and something is calling to her.
Yeah.
And it's like something that wants her to unleash her chaos. And Vilgefortz is at the bottom, like trying to get her to just come to me, like come to Nilfgaard or wherever.
Yes.
And she's just like, no. And so she makes this connection with whatever entity is talking to her, and then everything just goes black for her. But this thing is like destroyed. And then Geralt, who was in the sand, all of a sudden is in the water.
Yes. It just happened.
I don't understand what was going on. Because did you realize that it made it seem like he was deep in the ocean, but he was actually on the shore?
It's okay. He just had a moment.
He just crawled to the water. But anyway, Triss pulls him out.
Yes.
And then I think that's when he's taken by elves, I think, or a community. And they are trying to nurse him back to health, but he's pretty badly injured at this point.
And he's also refusing to use like their magic to heal him. That was
they can't use it because he's not human. He's not considered human.
He's not, but that was going to be something they were going to try, and he kept saying no. Like that was the thing. Like they really wanted to help him, but they didn't know how.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it goes back to Jaskier. And does he meet up with the king again, or sorry, the prince, or does the prince meet up with him?
I don't remember.
Because
I don't even remember that part.
I know that they see each other again, and that's when the prince is like, you know what? Because that's right after the prince's brother is killed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're right. Yes.
And
he was murdered
so quickly too. It caught me off guard because it was out of nowhere, meaning that Prince what's his name again? So Prince Radovid, after his brother dies, he is now the heir of Redania. And I don't understand why they did that. Is it to tie him down to continue to be like loyal?
I think they probably preferred him over the other brother because I think the other brother was just too much of a mess.
Yeah, he was a mess. But
I don't really know.
It sucks because this was right when Radovid, I hope I'm saying that right. Right when the prince was like, I'm leaving. Like, I'm going to go help.
Oh, you're
Jaskier.
right. Because he told Jaskier, like, my feelings for you, babe, they were true. Babe, I know what I did was wrong, but.
I know you said toss a coin, but I'm going to toss my heart. I love that he was so set on. I think that's why they killed the brother, because the help, like the servants, knew that he was leaving, and in order to tie him down to his kingdom, getting rid of the other brother and making him the sole heir kind of ties him down to it. But he still ends up leaving, right? Because then he meets up with Jaskier and tells him like, I'm here to help. But Jaskier doesn't accept it. I don't think he does.
No, he doesn't leave after that, after the death.
Yeah. Or does he stay?
I'm pretty sure he stays after the death of his brother.
No, is it? Is that him?
Yeah. Yeah, see, because he said, I'll talk to my brother. So he was willing to go with Jaskier and run away with him when his brother was still alive. But when his brother is killed, that's when he has to take on the role of the king. And
that really sucks.
Yeah.
I really like him. I hope he continues to be in season 4. But we go back to Geralt, who is hurt as fuck.
He's hurt as fuck. He's so injured.
Yeah, he is. And there's no possible way of him leaving. And it sucks because, like, Jaskier is doing his own snooping. And when he figures out that Ciri is missing and he goes to see Geralt for the first time, he's so, like moved emotionally. And he's so scared of telling Geralt, like, she's gone. We don't know where she is. Because
they can't find her.
Feels it so much, dude. Ugh.
Even Yennefer just had a moment with somebody who was like, I can't find Ciri.
Yeah.
But Ciri she's in a desert.
Yeah, she just wakes up in a desert, and I feel so bad for her because she's like, Ciri is taking everything that Geralt has taught her, and is like, okay, if the sun is here and I'm here and I'm feeling kind of hungry, that means I gotta go west. So she like heads, I think she heads east actually, because she's trying to head to a village, and I believed in her so much because I was like, look at her go, she's exactly doing great. What she's doing. But then when the morning comes, she realizes that she just walked in a big circle.
Which to me didn't make any sense. I was like, wait, is this an illusion? I don't know what the fuck is happening.
I just thought that she accidentally just kept turning. Like, I believe that she actually did go in a circle. But then
how do you go in a circle?
Straight lines are hard.
when you have no point of reference, you just think you're always going straight.
If I was out there, I'd be that bitch holding up my L's like, wait, what's fucking left and right?
Where's the sun?
It's like right there. What the fuck am I doing? I felt so bad for her because she was so like thirsty. She was hungry. And then she started to have these like weird illusions. And I don't remember which the first one was. I think it was her grandma. I think that was the first one where her grandma shows up and is like, look at you, a little bitch that cares. Like, why do you care so much? Why don't you just show me what it's like to be like me? Like,
yeah.
I forget what her town is called. Ciri of
Centro, yeah.
Anyway, it's like, why aren't you just more like me? And she just continues to like have these illusions that are trying to tell her to not care about Yennefer or Geralt, but she's like, no, I can't leave them behind.
They want her to be or accept chaos, but she doesn't want to.
She ends up meeting a unicorn too that she gets super attached to, and the unicorn ends up getting hurt, and then a person of legend comes to her and is like, you can heal him if you use a flame to cauterize that. And she uses it, and it triggers the chaos and the anger in her. But she ends up pushing that away too and going like, no, Geralt and Yennefer are my family. Like, I am not leaving them behind. I'm so glad she didn't waver.
But also, like, when the unicorn woke up and realized like what she did, it got scared and left.
Yeah, which is like...
Didn't she bring it back to life?
She brought it back to life and it ran away, and she tried chasing it. And then the lady was like, don't follow what fears you.
Never look back.
A unicorn's just a horse with a horn. Don't give him shit.
Yeah.
But she didn't waver, right? I'm remembering that correctly.
Well, she didn't waver yet.
Damn, I don't remember. Well, how does she get out of here?
With a lot of luck. A lot of patience. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like this part with Ciri was so confusing.
I was really
because
confused.
I didn't know if it was real. I didn't know if it was an illusion. I still don't know. I don't understand. Because then you see Ciri and then flames around her. Yeah. So I was like, what does that mean? That part. I was like, wait, what? I don't understand.
Yeah. So and then she saw everyone die. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. She saw a vision of everyone dying. And this person of legend, which I can't remember her name, but it is important to know her name. She just keeps telling her like, oh, well, they're not important anyway. It's like, you need to look out for you pretty much.
Yeah. How does she get out? I don't want to see everyone die.
I think that
she's
passed out and she's found, right, by people, like, I don't know, some thieves probably. And they take her. And at the same time, in Nilfgaard, the king, which is King Emery, which is her dad, he thinks that Vilgefortz brought his daughter back. Well, actually, I'm not sure. It's not really confirmed or anything.
Everyone believes it. It's like a thing that's going on.
Yeah, but I don't know if he believes it. I'm not sure about that. But he sees this girl that looks like Ciri, and he's like, welcome, Cirilla, and whatever, and everyone's like cheering. And you see Vilgefortz there, who was fucked up because remember, wherever he was, it got destroyed. Yeah. And so I guess he was really badly burned. Do you remember that he was like
he was badly burned. Yes.
And so that's when Ciri is with these other people that kidnapped her, and she sees this guy who is also kidnapped with her.
Mm-hmm.
But we should probably say what happened with the other characters before, because she's the one who ends the season.
Okay, so while that is going on, Jaskier ends up getting to the place where Geralt is at, and that's where they have the whole conversation where Ciri is lost. And I think that's where Geralt cries.
He cries with Yennefer.
Okay. But over the same thing.
Yeah.
But Geralt is just kind of like, okay, well, she's lost. I have to go find her. I have to go get her. And they do try healing him with, like, the herbs and the potion that's supposed to work. But because he's a witcher, it didn't work on him. So he's just like, nah, I'm just going to go like this.
He's like using like a fucking baston, just like
dude, I thought
pulling
it was so,
himself up.
I thought it was so funny when one of the elves went up to Jaskier and was like, you don't care about the Witcher at all. Like, he can die and you're going to get like a song out of his death. And he was like, how dare you? I'd get like maybe a mini album out of it.
He's like, how dare you? Pulls out his little, what does he use? A banjo? He just starts playing it.
Yeah.
Oh, his lute. Yeah. He just starts playing it. It was like, I didn't just write a #1 hit or anything. Do you want
Have you heard Toss a Coin? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm ready at any time.
Oh,
for a small fee of, I don't even know, $5 probably for that.
The Witcher's all on the floor, and Jaskier's like, wait. This really good. Stay down there.
Can we harmonize for a minute?
He's like, and the Witcher's like,
no.
But I thought it was sweet, though, because even though he jokes like this, anytime Geralt would fall or get hurt, he'd be like, okay, what do you need? What do you need me to do? Like, there's
do you want
a
some
sweet...
water?
Yeah, you want me to sing you a little tune?
He's like, he can't even do a whole lot.
Remember our breakup song?
Oh my god, I'm upset that no one ever addressed that breakup song.
No.
It was never addressed. Damn. It was good though. It was a good song.
Yennefer ends up getting to this spot that Geralt's at. I don't know how she figured out Geralt was there.
I don't know. But anyway, also to know, oh my god, wait. Really sad though, before Yennefer goes, remember she has that moment with Tisea?
Yes.
And they're going to have like a funeral for all of the mages that died during this battle. And she tells Tisea, like, don't forget who you are. You're Tisea. You're powerful. You're a queen. You're that bitch.
You're that bitch. Slay.
And so Tisea is just in her room when Yennefer leaves because everyone is at this funeral. And Tisea's writing her a letter. And then Yennefer just feels like, oh no, something happened. Yeah. And she finds Tisea dead. And so this happens, and it kind of alludes to, I can't leave because now everyone's going to look to me for guidance on this war that's about to break out because they don't know where Ciri is. They could just assume that maybe somebody has her that is going to use her. And so that's when she goes to Geralt. And then what happens?
To tell her that, right? Because
tell him.
Oh, sorry. To tell him that, because I remember that when Yennefer gets there and sees how hurt Geralt is, Geralt's like, "You need to heal me." But that means using chaos, right? Is that why it was like something she shouldn't have done?
I think so.
Because he gets healed really quickly, and during that moment, Geralt kind of opens up to her and is just like, I can't believe I lost Ciri. Like, he gets very emotional over it and actually cries.
Well, actually, Yennefer's the one who says that. Isn't she the one who says that? She's like, oh, I promised you that I would look out for her.
Both of them. Because then she says that, and then he was like, it's my fault, not yours. So they both feel to blame for this.
Yeah.
But Yennefer leaves. Right? Yennefer leaves, and I know that Geralt's gonna be on his way on his journey to go get Ciri.
Well, remember, Geralt kind of tells, like, well, they kind of have this understanding, like, oh yeah, you have to stay behind because in the grand scheme of things, this is also, you're also doing this for Ciri because, you know, it's important to have alliances.
Yep.
And so he is kind of okay with her staying behind. And she starts crying because she's like, oh my God, promise me that we're going to meet again. Which was honestly more depressing knowing that it's not going to be Henry Cavill.
I know. I was thinking the same thing because she says, like, I need you. Like, I need you so much to be back with me. And then he repeats it like, I need you too. But then he's gonna fucking come back and she's gonna be like, Geralt,
what happened?
Wow, did you do something to your eyes, nose, lips, ears, face, everything? Like, you look a little different.
I also don't even know their height difference. So it's like, well, is he shorter?
Ass
Is
don't
he
look
taller?
as fat as it used to.
It's like, you just don't look the same anymore.
I don't know, something's weird.
You know what? I think I'm gonna fall in love with Yaskier instead.
I know. You look kind of like the guy who played Gale in Hunger Games. It's like,
which I was not Team Gale at all.
I know,
so I'm really turned off right now. But yeah, so that's how they separate.
Yeah. Going back to Ciri, she was kidnapped by that thief, and she meets another person who was kidnapped with her. Who was he again? He was someone important, right? Just a random guy.
Just some guy.
Well,
just some dude.
He ends up being saved by his group of people who let go of Ciri as well. And in order to get back, get like revenge on the thief who stole Ciri, they're like, here, let her fight you. Like, let's just see it go. And they had no idea if she would have won or lost. They were just kind of doing it to like fuck with them. Mm-hmm. But Ciri's just so good. She's so good. I love seeing Ciri fight. Mm-hmm. Like, it's so great, but it's her first time ever killing a person.
Yeah.
So it does really, really get to her. And she does take a moment of, like, silence, just, like, taking it all in. But she's at the point where she's surviving. Like, she just needs to follow this group and get back to where Geralt and Yennefer are. Because she has no idea what's going on. But at the end, when they ask her for her name...
Is she gonna look for Geralt and Yennefer?
Well, what do you think?
I don't think so.
Okay, wait. Before that, what's her fake name that she says to them?
I don't remember.
Falca?
Yeah. Oh, okay, Stan.
I was quizzing you. It's probably not.
Well, actually, we just skipped over Geralt's part, but just quickly to sum that up, he's just gonna look for her.
Yeah.
And the ending scene was her killing or taking a life, and she just kind of seems not the same anymore. She's very numb. She's very like eyes hollow. And that's when they ask her like, we didn't even ask like, what's your name? And that's when she says, call me Falca, which was that legend of, and I can't even remember her story, but right. Falca was the one who was burned at the stake because of a betrayal, I think, or they were scared of her magic or power. And so she kind of takes on that role of who Falca represented. Which to me gives me the feeling that, oh, well, now she's accepted her chaos. Mm-hmm.
But she... Okay. That's the end of season 3.
Thank you.
R.I.P. Henry. But that being said, I was under the impression that she didn't accept her chaos. Because she told Falca at that time, like, this is my family.
Yeah, but that was before she took a life.
Don't... do this to me. I love Ciri. I want her to be so good.
I mean, nothing was really confirmed though, so.
If she becomes less human than Geralt, who is like an actual Witcher, that's going to be fucking wild. Because that's very like roles reversed type thing. Like with the way people view the Witcher and people view her. Mm-hmm. I can't. You know what? I blame her fake father, Liam. Because if Henry was
stepfather, Liam.
If Henry was there, he'd be like, hey, Ciri, no chaos. Oh, sorry, Dad.
No chaos.
Geralt.
Whoa, wait, where are you?
Where'd that come from?
I know.
I can't. It's because her name's Cirilla.
Her name is Cirilla. Do we have to call her by her government name?
Yeah, we do, apparently.
Cirilla of Sintra. Yeah, so that's how the season played out.
I'm gonna be very, very honest
very
with
transparent.
You. I did not like the end of this season.
I didn't like this season.
It's so, even the beginning of season 1 was disappointing.
Yeah.
Or sorry, season 3.
Yeah, I figured that's what you meant. Yeah,
was disappointing. Mm-hmm. I hate, because I remember us watching season 2 and me being so invested.
Mm-hmm. Well, season 2 was definitely a lot better than season 1 to me, anyway.
Yeah.
Don't know how you feel, but to me it was more exciting.
Same, and I liked the idea of what season 3 had going, where it was the 3 of them journeying together. To try to get Cirilla back to Sintra, but
I just honestly feel like a lot of the things were so rushed. I know that they're a family and that they love each other.
Yeah.
But even that moment when Yennefer was like, my daughter, I was just like, damn, I wish there was more to this. Because if you remember when the season started, like, obviously we could see that they were bonding together, but it was through Geralt's perspective. Like, he would be watching them from a distance. And it's like, well, yeah, I can tell that they're having fun and that they're having a moment, but I don't even know what they're saying to each other.
Yep.
And so I just feel like a lot of the things were rushed. I don't like the way that they treated Geralt's character. And it honestly might have just been a response to Henry leaving. I don't know, because he was so, like, beaten in the end of the season anyway.
You think it was because he was leaving?
I think so, because honestly it was like, to me it kind of felt like they put more emphasis on all the other characters. Wow. And the Witcher was just ignored. He was a side character. The show is
called The Witcher.
I know, but he was a side character.
I didn't even think about that.
I was so disappointed.
I could see why Henry left, though. If this is the direction that the show is going, I don't like the direction it's going.
I don't like it either, because even with Ciri's character, like, I just felt like they could have done something more meaningful. Even if she did accept her chaos, I feel like more should have happened at that point.
Yeah.
Because even when she brought the unicorn back from the dead, like, I don't know, like, I feel like this show was so surface level that I was like, damn, I wish I could feel the emotions here, but there's no emotions here.
Yeah. When the second part of season 3 came out, I was so excited. And I remember watching it and just being like, what the fuck is this? Like, so much is going. It felt, and that second episode with Ciri just in the desert the whole time, it just threw me off. I was so not into it.
I was so bored. I was like, damn, I wish I could just skip all this. And then also, like I brought up, I just think that so many things just coincidentally happened. Oh my god, and we didn't even bring up Cahir, which Cahir was like Ciri's number one threat, number one enemy, remember?
Yes.
And then he just showed up also, remember?
Yeah, he did.
Because all of the war and fight was happening in Aretuza in the castle. And then Geralt and Ciri were like, let's go, vamonos. And then Cahir just showed up and he was like, Ciri, wait, I know I've been looking for you since season 1, but like...
That's how he said it, yeah.
I had a change of heart. Because Ciri's like ready to kill him.
Yeah.
And she's ready to, kill him because he killed her family, or he was one of the people who killed her family. He tried to kidnap her in the beginning, and then because he's so like sad, she's like, you know what, fine, I won't kill you because this is getting really sad.
Yeah.
And so that's when that's when I don't even know who shows up. People show up in horses and they're like wanting to take her, and then Cahir's like, go, I got this. It's just like, okay, if you're gonna have this like redemption moment, why did it happen in the span of like 20 minutes, and why is it also happening off screen? I feel like a lot of things happened off screen. Like even with Vilgefortz, where he was like burned halfway, I literally forgot that he was in the building. So when I saw him at the end, I was like, what the fuck happened to him? I had to literally like go back and like remind myself, oh, he was in the building.
Yeah.
But also, like, did it blow up? Or I thought it was just like collapsing. Oh, whatever, it doesn't matter. And I don't know, there was a lot of things that just kind of happened that I was like, how the fuck did this happen?
It's so disappointing though, because the idea of season 3 is good. The idea of them finally trying to go back to Sintra. I think that was the idea, but then I actually don't. That happened, and then
I don't even know what the idea was.
Dude, I lost the plot.
Also, Rience's death was so anticlimactic.
Quick. I forgot he died until you brought it up, to be honest. I forgot that whole head chopping thing happened.
Honestly, so many things were so anticlimactic. And oh my god, even Tesea's taking her own life. I was so disappointed with the way that they handled her character. I feel like something else should have happened. Also because of what she did to Francesca's family, I thought there would have been a moment of Francesca having to like kill her because of what she did.
Yeah.
But like, she took her own life, and it was like, I was just so disappointed. I don't know. Like, I understand that she was upset that she was played by Vilgefortz, but like, Come on. You're supposed to be like this all-powerful mage, and this is how you go.
Yeah, I didn't think about it like that.
I was just really sad about it. And honestly, that death, I was upset about it. And to me, it was sad. Mm-hmm. But also, like, the relationship between her and Yen kind of felt like it was, I don't know, I felt like I was being gaslit by it. Because I was like, didn't they have issues?
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, that's her mother.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
It should have played out differently.
It should have. At this point where you're at right now, can you see yourself watching season 4?
Well, I want to watch it just so that we can talk about it. But I'm okay with not watching it. I guess I just want to see like what
happens.
Yeah.
Because you're right. They might not make the Witcher the main person anymore.
I don't think they will. But also because of the strikes that are happening, the show is on hiatus indefinitely. So people are even saying like, what if they cancel it? Because also I don't think that it was well received.
Season 3?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't even remember seeing it being advertised.
Literally, I haven't seen like on Twitter.
Yeah.
You know how normally it's like trending?
Yeah.
It was not trending at all.
Same for when season 2 came out. I remember seeing it on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram. It would just pop up. Mm-hmm. But no, we didn't even know season 3 was going to come out, remember?
You told me. You were like, The Witcher is out on Netflix. And I was like, what?
The only reason I figured out was because Netflix told me, like, season 3 is out now. And I always avoid those, like, ignore them. But I saw it and I was like, what the fuck?
You're like, it's out? Yeah, I didn't know either. I don't even think this is being as promoted as it was before.
I don't understand why they had to do it so dirty. They should have just continued to follow the plot of the story. But I mean, this is what happens. I don't know. There's like an issue now with like long series. I don't think anyone wants to sit through a long series anymore.
I know. I think we're all tired after Game of Thrones.
Which makes me so sad because I love series, but
yeah,
because of the way people just want to consume something short, I feel like series like this always end up getting like
ruined.
Yeah,
like the material just
they put less effort. They upset the workers, the actors don't want to be in it, like Henry, and I don't know. They're going too quick when they have all the time in the world. And
it's like, if you don't like the world, why did you even take on this like project?
Well, it's just the hate of series. Like that's like a thing even with like cartoons or other TV shows. Nothing is long form anymore.
Well, I don't even think that's the main issue, though. I just don't think that the creators care about the actual story.
Me, right? Like, allegedly, they don't even like The Witcher.
Yeah. Apparently, that's what was coming out, that they don't even like this story.
And I understand, too. Sometimes you have to work with something that you're not really a fan of. But why would you hurt it?
You know. What I mean? It's like you're the one who's losing money at the end of the day.
Yep. Yeah.
But whatever. We'll see what happens. What about you? How do you feel about season 4?
Well, wait. Did you rate it?
No, but I'm very disappointed. I would give it a 1. This season, I would rather just delete.
I would give it a 2 only because I really like seeing our characters interact. But that's really the only reason. I didn't care for the plot at all. I lost the plot several times.
I don't think it had a plot.
I really don't know what happened.
Yeah.
And it's really disappointing to me because I really do like The Witcher a lot.
Same.
So just seeing it get tarnished the way it did.
Dude, I'm so disappointed because you know how much I love the video game.
I know.
And I just wanted this to be as big as Game of Thrones. And I think that that's what the creators thought would happen.
It was doing well.
It was big in the first season.
Yeah.
But because of, creative differences and the different direction that it went in, I think that's why it started to slowly lose.
I'm so sad about it though. Like I don't want it to end like this.
I don't either. I want this to be like rebooted, but like, or is it rebooted?
I want Henry to pull a Ryan Reynolds.
Like do it again. Oh my god, yes. Like just redo the whole thing again.
Yeah, but like he's not gonna have enough for props. He's gonna like buy that fucking Dollar Tree, but make it even better.
I know.
Like that's
I'll
the shit
still watch.
I know. It makes me sad. I wonder what the other actors and actresses feel about Henry leaving.
They're probably sad. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's been 3 seasons, you know?
You know something that I heard recently that really upset me?
What?
The fact that the only reason they chose that actress for Yennefer is because she's not conventionally attractive.
I saw that. Is that they wanted to pick someone who was not that pretty, but she's literally gorgeous.
She's so beautiful. What are they trying to say?
What are they trying to say?
They're just trying to say that.
Also, imagine being her and being like, oh, you think I'm ugly?
I thought you picked me because of my talent. Like, okay.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that shit.
That upset me too. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? That girl is gorgeous. I love seeing all of like the thirst traps like type of videos.
Same.
On, is it Twitter? I don't know where I've seen these videos, but I'm like, damn, I freaking love her.
I do too. So the fact that they have said that, I don't know. I'm okay with us not even talking about season 4.
Okay.
Like, I'm okay with just leaving this in the wind.
Okay. I think we should at least like maybe bring it up as like book tea. Like the first season.
We'll see. Our book tea might take up the whole episode.
No, I don't think so. Oh my God, imagine it's really good.
I know.
Imagine
Liam kind of ate.
I've always loved him. I've always said he's the best Hemsworth. He isn't. He isn't, okay? He isn't.
Imagine.
I've listened to Flowers a million times.
Liam walks in as Geralt and he's like, wait, guys, no war. And everyone claps, puts down their swords. Ciri comes out of chaos and she's like, Dad? My dad? You are the real Geralt. And then it's like, it ends.
That's it. It's like 20 minutes.
Fucking, Yaskir's like, for some reason, I feel like I could write 100 songs about you right now. I'm so moved. I'm also really sad that the song that they used for the end of season 3 that Yaskir wrote was only in the ending credits. Because I like when they include his song in the story.
Oh, yeah. Same. Because then it'll be like, let's bring it back.
But no.
But anyway. Well, that's our ratings of The Witcher.
Liam, you really got a lot to do. You got a lot of stuff to pick up.
I wonder how he feels. Like, I wonder if he's like... He's probably like, expectations are really low anyway, so...
He has like a picture of Henry Cavill in his bathroom, and he's like, that's gonna be me.
That's gonna be me. I'm sure they'll probably make him look good, though.
No, they will. I don't doubt that.
They make his butt look bigger.
I know. It's like
they pat it. Kind of like how they did it with J-Lo when she did Selena.
Yeah,
they like patted.
Oh my God, that padding's gonna be so fucking big. He's gonna fall and then it's gonna bounce him back up. Like, I'm so ready for this.
Well.
Thank you so much for those of you who are listening to us in audio form, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or anywhere you get your podcasts on. Thank you so much. If you can leave a rating of 5 stars, specifically 5, and a review of how you feel about this episode, or just like how you feel about us, how you feel about our show.
How you feel. And also like giving us a higher rating will have us be recommended to other people. So that'll let us know that we need to keep doing this.
And we do take into consideration what you want to watch too. So if you have anything that you want us to talk about, that would be great. If you want to also tell your friends, family, loved ones, or anyone about us,
literally anyone, please.
The best type of exposure is through word of mouth. But if you have like an extra $5 in your pocket or in your account, what can you do?
So we did make a Patreon, which at the moment just serves as a way for our listeners to really like let us know that you really enjoy what we do. You can find us on patreon.com/bookfix.
If you are watching us on YouTube, hi, we're on camera again. It's so weird.
It's so weird.
It's so weird. I did not look at the camera at all this episode. It's so hard. I forgot that was my struggle.
I know. It feels like we're in the office, like just looking at the camera.
I feel like we're news anchors.
I think we're supposed to, though. Let us know.
Let us know if this is weird.
Let us know, please.
Okay, I'm going to try to look straight at it right now. If you are watching us...
up top.
I'm going to look on the side. Okay. If you are watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. If you can like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because we do post every Tuesday and Thursday. Thank you. We also have an Instagram and Threads account that is under the Bookfix Pod, THEBOOKFIXPOD, and an active TikTok that we use at the Bookfix, THEBOOKFIX. Those two are really good spots for you to reach out to us. Thank you. Go support it.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
It is weird just looking at the camera, isn't it?
It is.
I heard that if you were to put googly eyes on the top of the camera, it actually makes it easier to look at it. Because it's like looking at a person. I could draw some.
I actually don't want that because I feel like I would be really scared. I did just recently watch a scary movie. I don't want that actually.
What if it has eyelashes? Wait. What if we do its makeup? It has a makeup.
Oh, and we do a little blush. The blush might make me feel safe.
What if we have a montage for our camera of us getting it dressed up? It comes out of the dressing room and we're like,
Get back in there. Get back in there.
And then it finally comes out and we're like, it's the one.
Beautiful. Wait, we should do that.
I know.
Right. Tune in next time.
I was joking, but yeah, that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah. All right. Okay, bye.